these are the people who look like they're just having too much fun, and are they even in a relationship, or are they just really happy friends that hang out all the time? And really, what is the difference? What is the difference? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're doing another compatibility video because this is the bread and butter of my channel. This is what brings people to my channel, so we're gonna keep doing them. And in today's combo, we're gonna be looking at these guys could really be great friends, and these are the people who look like they're just having too much fun, and are they even in a relationship, or are they just really happy friends that hang out all the time? And really, what is the difference? What is the difference? We're gonna be looking at Aquarius and Sagittarius. They really go very well together, in my humble opinion. So we're gonna talk first about what each individually needs, then we're gonna talk about what really works very well for them, and then at the end, you know, for the negative things, we're gonna talk about what might be some issues that could pop up for Sagittarius and Aquarius together. If you are in a Sagittarius-Aquarius relationship, let me know in the comments if I miss anything, because I always want to learn more from real people, and I always relate it back to my astrological knowledge. So that always helps me incredibly. So let's get into it, guys. So who are they individually? So Sagittarius is mutable fire and ruled by Jupiter. So they're very big, passionate people. They like to have fun. They like to explore and to have a lot of freedom to expand and grow and self-actualize. And Aquarius is a fixed air sign. So that is a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit of an issue because fixed energy doesn't want to change, and air is a very mobile element. So this makes Aquarius already, just as a fixed air sign, it makes them very interesting and quirky. They are very intellectual, and they like to stay at the cutting edge of what is going on with society, and they are very progressive, and they really enjoy conversations with people who are open-minded, which is really wonderful because Sagittarians tend to be very open-minded. They need a lot of freedom and space for progress, for humanity, and for their thoughts. Sagittarius is the sign of expansion, knowledge, and the ultimate search for truth, while Aquarius is the sign of progress, brotherly love, and freedom. They both really need a great deal of freedom. So that takes us to the first thing that works out really well with them. So Aquarius and Sagittarius, because they are both freedom-loving signs, they are really going to appreciate the fact that neither of them is going to be too restricting on the other. They're not going to be the type of people or relationship who's going to be like, you can't go there. I don't want you to hang out with those people. I don't think you should play soccer anymore. Or that lady from your astrology class, I don't know how I feel about her. These are the two people that are going to accept any type of way your lifestyle was before you got with them, because they want to continue growing while they are together. And it's really important for each of them that they continue to have the freedom that they had before they were in a relationship. Each of them really appreciates authenticity, and for Aquarius, this authenticity comes in the form of being true to who you are and expressing yourself in whatever weird way that is. Aquarians have this tendency to be a little bit of oddballs and be a little bit weird in a good way. And Sagittarius likes authenticity in the sense that they like for people to live their truth. They are big proponents of seeking knowledge and truth through experience, and through that experience they want to change who they are and self-actualize. So this self-actualization process requires that they be true to the things that they've learned. So authenticity to be your weird self, and authenticity to be the person that you're becoming. Sagittarius is always in the process of becoming. So this really works very well for both of them. Both of them are going to be on a quest for knowledge. Aquarius just consumes a lot of information and is quite philosophical because they're ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is kind of an old man that makes them a little bit of know-it-alls, not a little bit, a lot, because they are the fanciest of the air signs, and air rules ideas and thoughts. And Aquarians are very much, they really respect the importance of ideas. They're the kind of people to be like, an idea can change the world. definitely Aquarius. So Sagittarius, on the other hand, Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, wisdom, spirituality, religion. So this is why Sagittarius is very spiritually inclined. So in their search for truth, they are going to be constantly consuming knowledge and experiences that bring them knowledge. So both of them are coming at this knowledge from a different end, and I think that is very interesting and cool. So why does it work? Why does it work so well between them? I think one of the reasons why it works so well between them is because Sagittarius can really break through Aquarius's kind of aloof demeanor. Aquarius can be a little bit just like, oh, the cool guy, just like, oh, hey, you know, what's up? And Sagittarius like shows up like a horse and breaks in and breaks through any type of barriers that Aquarius might have, because Sagittarius is very rambunctious energy, and they're not shy and they're not embarrassed, and they'll just like trample into your life and bring a lot of fun with them. And Aquarius is just like, okay, so if the Aquarius liked you and maybe didn't approach you, it's gonna be fine because Sagittarius is going to approach you. Aquarius doesn't mind that. So they could really break through that barrier, and that is really going to make it so that the Aquarius likes Sagittarius person, then they're gonna make the first move. So that's gonna be really wonderful. Another reason why it works really well is because for both of them, intellect is so important. And Sagittarius can be a little bit snooty and a little bit know-it-alls, and Aquarius is too. But Aquarius, being an air sign, having somebody that they are intellectually compatible with is going to be super important. Sagittarius, that is important as well, but I almost feel like Sagittarius, it can be more important for them to have somebody to do stuff with, because they're about experiential knowledge, so through experience. And Aquarius, on the other hand, is just gonna want to have somebody that is gonna be able to go toe-to-toe with them intellectually. So having this intellectual bond between the two is going to be very appealing for the Aquarius person and the Sagittarius person, because they both like to have philosophical conversations. And lastly, I really feel like they have a similar love language. So if we look at Sagittarius's love language, it would be shared experiences. And Aquarius, I could say that their love language might also be shared experiences. And the reason for this is because Aquarius, they are very much into their little hobbies, because remember that the 11th house is a house also of hobbies and hopes and dreams and the things that make you happy and make your heart sing, etc. Your special interest groups, people who share special interests with you, right? So like clubs and organizations. And those clubs and organizations are going to require, like if you're in a biking club or if you're in a soccer club or if you're in a band, it's going to require that you practice those things. And Sagittarius is always down to try new things. So they'll be down to go with the Aquarius. I mean, eventually those things aren't going to be novel and Sagittarius might not want to continue, but especially at the beginning, they're going to really be into trying all the things that Aquarius is into. And that's going to be really fun for them because, again, it's that shared experience. That is the love language that they both have. So what are some of the pitfalls? The main pitfall I feel here would be that it becomes a battle of brains. The relationship could become a battle of intellect where each of the two people are trying to prove who is smarter. And like, really, who is smarter? They're just really looking at things from two different places, which leads me to my next point. Aquarius can find Sagittarius a bit unrefined because Sagittarius, no matter how intellectual they are, being ruled by Jupiter, the planet of knowledge, they are still a fire sign. And fire signs, you know, fire rules the self. So they're going to nonetheless be self-involved, even if it's just a little bit. They're always going to be concerned with personal freedom above, you know, the freedom for everybody. And even though it's hard to differentiate those two things, because how can you be free if everybody else is not? Everyone has to be free, right? But Sagittarius is always going to look out for their individual freedom, while Aquarius is going to look for everyone's freedom. So they're going to be annoyed by Sagittarius's like selfishness, and they're just going to be like, oh, Sagittarius is so selfish, and they can find that a little bit unrefined. And also the fact that Sagittarius is a bit of a horse and a little bit of a hot mess. So Aquarius might be a little like snooty about that because Aquarius is a little, you know, they're aloof and they're really cool and coy. So there could be a little bit of that. But on the other hand, Sagittarius can find Aquarius impractical. They could be like, yeah, you have all of these wonderful ideas and that's great, but do you actually do those things? Like, what do you actually do with your grand ideas? What do you actually do with all of these philosophical beliefs that you hold? what do you actually do with them? Do you live your truth? Sagittarius is all about doing and following through on the things that we talk about and the things that matter to us. So yeah, you say you care about animals. Are you a vegan? Like, oh yeah, you say you care about the environment. Do you bike to work? Like, you know, Sagittarius is more about the doing. And Aquarius is more about figuring out what is the way to save the world, essentially, to save us all. Yeah, and Sagittarius might find Aquarius to be too like self-sacrificing because again, Aquarius is not a fire sign. Aquarius is looking for the good of all because it is air. Air is about groups of people. But overall, I think that they are a really good match, especially because I feel like Sagittarius can break through Aquarius's quirks. Aquarius isn't the type of sign to come out and tell you that they like you. They can be a little bit shy about feelings and not really know how to express when they like somebody, but Sagittarius is okay with making the first move. So I think that really works between them. And Aquarius really loves intellectual conversations and intellectual stimulation, period. So having a smart mouth Sagittarius to go back and forth with them is going to be something that they really appreciate. So other than that, I think that it's a really wonderful combination. If you guys know anything that I missed, please leave it in the comments. If you have a request for another combination, also let me know, and I'll be seeing you really quick in the next video.